Hello, this is Adam from Scan Pro Audio, and I'm here with another amazing video on the Korg Pa5X. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content that we're providing here at Scan, to subscribe by just hitting the bell button, and then we can notify you the next time one of our videos goes live. So what I thought I'd do today is look at one of the most overlooked features of the Pa5X, and it's probably the biggest kept secret on the Pa5X. And that is, of course, the crossfader that you'll see in the center of the keyboard here. What can we do with it? Well, I think originally when this keyboard was designed, and of course this is on many different keyboards across the Korg range, it's on Pa1000, of course it's been on Pa4X and many keyboards before it too. And it's always been used as kind of, you know, you set up a keyboard, a registration, you play something, whatever it might be, and then you think, right, end of the song, we press the crossfader, we go on to the next song, whatever that might be, and then you've got your next song there ready for you to play. But with the Pa5X, it opens up so many more possibilities in what you can use this crossfader for. And I thought what I'd do today is just explain a couple of them and really simply how you can use them and manipulate the keyboard, I guess, into doing what you want. So the first thing that you can do is something that I've done many times before, is simply layer a style along with an audio file. You can just simply search on your preferred search platform just for acapellas. You'll find many of them for free. So what I'm going to do now is simply pick a style. So I'm just going to pick out pop, and I'm just going to go for the one of the classic Pa5X styles. And what I've got here on my USB key somewhere, I've got an MP3. So if I just go into song, and there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, by using this crossfader, I'm going to just leave it in the middle. And then what that will do is it will put both player 1 and player 2 at the same volume. And it allow me, so whenever I press play, it will actually play both players together. Now, what I'm going to use for this particular song is I'm going to play a bit with the style. And then when I'm ready, fingers crossed, I've got to press it at the right time. I might go wrong, but we can have a bit of fun. I'm going to attempt to try and get the vocal to join in. Okay, so this is the very basic. I've picked the style. I'm going to use the preset keyboard sets that it comes with. I'm going to use keyboard set number 2. I'm going to use variation 3 on the style. I'm not going to do anything else, and I'm just going to simply play. Now I'll try and bring in the vocal.
I've been trying to call.
There we go.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love.
Now what I can do now, just to show you, if I move across now to the right,
you don't even have to do
you'll now just hear the vocal. If I move all the way to the left, you'll just hear the style. Middle, you'll hear both players together.
No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone.
So that's the first use for the crossfader. Now, that is something that on Korg we've never been able to do before, because what you had on Pa4X is the ability to kind of mix a style, but it had to be with another style. You were either in song mode, which was MP3s and all that stuff, or it was style mode, which is the styles from the keyboard or of course from a USB stick. You could never have a style and an MP3. So that's the first time we've ever been able to do that using a Korg product. So that's the first use. So that's just simply picking a style and layering it with just an a cappella vocal. Now, you might also need to start both players at once, because I've only got 2 hands and I've got to be playing, you know, a chord maybe with my left hand. You might want both starting at once. Now for this, what I've got set up, it's not going to work, but I'm just going to show you something and how to do it. And this will work for the other feature that I'm going to show you in a minute. So obviously if I press the play button, it will start both players, yeah? If I press them both together, it will start both players. We know that. but I need to play the keyboard. So what you can actually do is there's a little trick. If you press Shift and play, it can be either play left or right, it will actually start both players together.
I've been trying to call.
Yeah, so that's just a nice little tip there. Shift, play starts both players together, so you don't have to worry about pressing them at the same time and playing a chord and playing a melody and doing all that other stuff as well. Now, the other thing you can do is people have asked me, can this keyboard do it? And unfortunately, at the moment, the answer is no. And that is when you are saving a songbook entry. So what we would normally do is set the keyboard up as we want it. We would then save it as a songbook. If you want to know how to do that, check our earlier video that we have on all about the amazing songbook feature on Pa5X. So what you'd have to do is, if I move the crossfader to the left, press and hold book, give it a name. But then people have often asked, well, how do I save the thing that's in player 2? It would be amazing if the Pa5X saved both. And I agree, yes, it would. Maybe that would come in a future update. Korg, if you're listening, put it in because that'd be a great feature. But what you'd have to do, so the little hack from me, so move your player to the left, press and hold book, give it a name. So we're playing Blinding Lights. So you might want to call your songbook entry Blinding Lights. And then flick your crossfader to the right, press and hold book again and give it a name again. But this time, instead of calling it Blinding Lights, call it Blinding Lights 1 or Blinding Lights 2 or Blinding Lights Vocal. So that when you bring up your songbook list, you'll see Blinding Lights 1 next to it. So all you would need to do in a live situation, if you're selecting from the songbook, you simply press book, find Blinding Lights, load, crossfader across, Blinding Lights 1. And then it will load both into the players ready for you to play. Or of course, if you're using the setlist feature, you can simply bring up your setlist and have Blinding Lights 1, it could be there, and Blinding Lights 2. And I think one of my set lists has that in there. For those of you that have managed to see me perform live on a Korg Pa5X, the first thing I generally start with is the Eve of the War from War of the Worlds. So what I do, if you can see on my songbook here, you can see concert first half, first song there is War of the Worlds intro. So all I do is put my player to the left, press that, then I move my player to the right, press that, and then what that would do is load both songs ready for me to play. So what I would then do is actually play player 1. It does the vocal, you know, the Richard Burton, I think it's Richard Burton, and it does the vocal for Eve of the War. And then when it's ready, press player 2 and my song's ready to start. So that's just another feature that you can use it for. Now, the other thing you can use it for is you can almost create or manipulate styles and layer them together. I think I touched on this, and I may have even done this on an earlier video, so I apologise if I have, but someone's asked me to do it, because don't forget, you can ask me questions. You can send us an email at Scan, or you can just pop a comment in the comments below of anything you'd like me to cover on, of course, Pa5X or Ketron Event or Genos 2 or SX920, or any of the keyboards or pianos that we do here at Scan. And I'll do my very best to create a video and share it with the world. So something that someone's asked me is, can you take a bit from one style and then a bit from another style and layer them together? Well, yes, you can. The only problem is you can't save it as a kind of a new style. Yeah. So what you'd have to do is use the hack that I told you about earlier. So for example, let's do one. So the demonstration I normally show is if I pick a style, I'm going to go into swing. So I'll go to jazz and I'm going to pick this style, swing 66. Yeah, which is this style. Okay, so I'm going to go on variation 2. Now, if I wanted to play a song like this one, I forget the name of it. Let's find a style. I'll go with that one. So, you know the old Guinness advert? I think it's called Guaglione, that song. Yeah, I need to speed that up a bit, so I'm just going to speed it up. Okay, so that style almost works for that song, very loosely, but it kind of works. The only thing that's missing is in the style, if you just listen to it again, it's like a traditional upright bass, bit of piano in there, which I don't want, so I'm just going to mute that. So using go down to style here, and using these mute buttons, let's find that piano. Right, let's go. Nope. There it is, it's all gone. So all you're hearing now is a bass and a drum kit, yeah? So now what I want to do is find a style in the other player, so I'm going to move my player to the other side now, with a bit of organ in it, yeah? So if you don't know where they are, the best thing to do is to search for it, yeah? Because chances are it's going to say organ in the name of the style. So if I press search, and it's saying what you're searching for, well, we're searching for a style, which is correct. I'm just going to search for organ, and let's see what happens. So we've got organ waltz, foxtrot, organ fox, organ ballad. We've got lots to choose from there. Organ bossa, swing, but it's slow, so it probably won't. Let's try one. Let's go for organ fox. And it's now asking, where do you want me to put it? Well, I want to put it in player 2 because my other swing style's in player 1, so I want it in player 2. So this is what it sounds like. Now, you can see there now, we've got organ in there. That's variation 2. Let's move to 3. Don't know which I prefer. I like that one. Variation 3, okay? So now what I'm going to do is exactly the same thing that I did before, but now I'm going to mute out all the parts except the organ this time. So let's play the style, get rid of the bass, get rid of the drums. There's a guitar in there, isn't there? Let's find it. There it is. So it's gone now. So all I'm left with now is organ. Now, the other thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that both styles are at the same tempo. So what I need to do, you can see in my player here, at the top we've got Swing 66 is running at 167 beats, Organ Fox is at 190. I can lock that if I wanted to. If I press tempo lock, they will both jump. I don't know if you saw it change then, but if I move to play at Swing 66 to 100, way too slow, but you can see now I want turn the lock off, and my Organ Fox was at 190. If I want them both to jump to match each other, this is another tip, dependent on which player is currently active, and in this particular instance player 2 is active, so it's blue, you can see on the screen, and the big button that's here. If I press lock now, whatever's in player 1 will jump to match it. If it's the other way around and it's yellow because we're using player 1, if I press lock now, it will then decrease the other one to match it. So I'm going to speed it up. So it's at 190, so I'm going to move over to player 2, which is blue, press lock, and you'll notice in the screen, if you catch it, it now jumps to 190 to match it. So now both players are running at the same speed. We've got parts muted out of player 2. You can see it flashing here, which denotes that we've muted parts. Player 1, we've got parts muted there as well. Now all that's left is to start both players together. How do we do that? Can you remember? We could simply play a chord and then press both buttons together and hope that we could hit them both at the right time. You can try that. You can press player 1 and then at the next sort of bar you can press player 2. That's another way you could do it. But don't forget, the little cheat is simply press shift and press play, and both styles will play together. So that's the style in a way that we've kind of made. So we've taken a swing style, but we've added a foxtrot kind of organ feel to it. So all it now remains for me to do is pick a sound. So I'll just go into organ and then press shift and play. And that's my style that I've created. Yeah. So then what I'd need to do now is then, using the hack that we used earlier, is then save that into the songbook. So you might want to call it whatever the name. I'm sure it's Guaglione. Please tell me the name of the song in the comments if you know it. I'm sure it's Guaglione. If you can even spell that. Guag, I'd probably put in mine. So songbook would be Guag 1 and Guag 2. So in your songbook list, when you want to play that live, you'd simply load up crossfader to the left, book, Guag, songbook to the right, Guag 1. And then they'll be both loaded in the right players. Simply then return your crossfader to the middle, and then you're ready to play your given song. So everybody needs to check out the crossfader. If you use it for any other ways, please let us know. If you say, Adam, you know, in the comments, I use it for this, and I think, wow, that's a great idea, I'm going to do that. So please don't be frightened of reaching out in the comments to tell us what you're enjoying about these videos, what you're not enjoying about these videos, or simply what you want me to do in the future, or any things that you have used at home. Someone sent me the other night some amazing EQ settings for the PAS system. For those of you that have a Pa5X that might use the speaker bar, the PAS system, it's amazing. You can get it from us here at Scan, of course. Just out of the blue, someone contacted me on Facebook, sent me a screenshot and said, put these into your Pa5X, you'll hear the difference. I did, and I was blown away. So I thought, oh, it's only fair if I share them with you all good people watching our content here. So that's it. The crossfader. Have a go. See what sort of things that you can do at home using the crossfader on, of course, the amazing Pa5X keyboard. So don't forget, this and many, many other products are available at scan.co.uk. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this content. That's what's keeping the lights on in our brand new studio. I hope you're enjoying the content that we've got. And as you can see, look at all these headphones. Look at all these. Maybe we should get, because at Scan, whereas I look after keyboards and pianos and stuff, which is really good, there is lots of other people at Scan that maybe we should invite on to our keyboard channel to talk about things like headphones. So if you think that's a good idea, you know, we all know there's headphones that cost £10, and we all know there's headphones that cost £5,000. Well, here at Scan, we sell them all. So maybe a nice video for us to do in the future would be to invite Tom, our headphone guru, onto our keyboard channel to maybe talk about what makes a headphone good. So if you think that's something we should cover, please let us know in the comments below. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.